Hey, and welcome to English Coffee House. I'm Daria.
And I'm Chris. We're really happy you're here with us.
Get comfortable.
And let's start with today's conversation.
I caught myself doing this thing yesterday. I took a photo of my coffee, like a really ordinary one, and I still hesitated before posting it. Not because it was bad, just because it felt exposed in a weird way.
Exposed. That's such an interesting word for a coffee photo.
I know, and I'm not even someone who posts a lot, but it was like the moment I imagined it on a screen, it stopped being my morning and turned into a small performance of my morning.
Yeah, it's like the moment you decide to share something, you're already slightly outside of it, watching yourself from a distance.
Exactly. And then your brain starts asking all these silent questions. Is it interesting enough? Does it look like me? Does it look like what people expect from me? And suddenly it's not peaceful anymore.
I have something similar, but with writing. I'll type a simple sentence like a short thought, and then I'll read it back and think, who am I talking to, even when it's just friends?
That's such a good question, because sometimes it's not really friends, right? It's a blurred crowd in your head.
A crowd made of people you know, plus people you don't know, plus some imaginary version of them who might judge you.
And that imaginary version is always a little harsher.
Always, like they're holding a clipboard.
I just pictured a very serious person standing behind my phone, like, coffee, basic. Next.
Too much foam, try again.
Honestly, though, it makes me miss when sharing something felt casual, like sending a photo to one person, not putting it on a stage.
That's the big shift for me. One-to-one feels like a conversation. One-to-many feels like a statement.
And statements feel permanent, even if they're not.
Even if they disappear in 24 hours, there's still that feeling that you're leaving some kind of trace.
Yeah, like you're adding to your public self, and then you have to live next to that version of you.
Do you ever feel like you start editing your real life a little because of that public self?
Sometimes. Not in a dramatic way, more like I'll choose a cafe that looks nicer, even if the quieter place would actually make me happier. And then I catch myself and think, wait, who does this for?
I relate, and it's not even always for posting. Sometimes it's just the idea that you could post, like your life becomes potential content.
Potential content is such a haunting phrase. It makes everything feel slightly less alive.
Yeah, like you're living with a tiny camera floating behind you.
That's the thing. It's subtle. It doesn't feel like pressure all the time. It's more like a background hum.
And because it's subtle, it's hard to argue with it. You can't point at it and say, that's the problem. It's just there.
Can I ask you something? When you do post, do you feel like you're being yourself? Or more like presenting a version of yourself?
I think it depends. If I'm posting something factual, like I'm in a different city or I saw a beautiful street, it feels neutral. But if it's emotional, even slightly, I notice I start shaping it. Not lying, just smoothing.
Smoothing is a perfect word.
Like adjusting the lighting on my feelings.
And then you look back later and you're like, was I really that calm? Or was I really that confident?
Yes, and sometimes I feel I'm borrowing confidence from the format. Like the post looks confident because it's clean and short and nicely written, but inside I was actually unsure.
That's so honest. I've done that too. The calm voice on the screen while I'm actually a little messy that day.
It's funny because the messy parts are the parts that feel most human, but they're the first things we hide.
I wonder if it's because messiness needs context, and online, context is expensive.
Expensive in attention.
Exactly. You can't really say, here's my weird mood today, and here are the 5 small reasons, and also I'm okay, and also I'm not okay, and also I don't want you to worry. It's too much for a square on a screen.
And if you do, it can feel like you're asking the world to hold something for you, which is a big feeling.
Yeah, it can feel heavy, even when you're not trying to be dramatic. You're just being real.
So people stay light, or they stay polished, or they turn everything into a joke.
Or they disappear.
Or they disappear. That one is quiet, but it's common.
I've had little phases of disappearing, and at first it feels like relief. Like your nervous system can finally breathe.
And then?
Then there's this strange moment where you realize You're still thinking in the same way. You're still imagining how things would look even if you're not posting. It takes time to stop doing that.
That's such a good point. The habit stays in your body. It's not only about the app, it's like a way of looking at yourself.
Yeah, like a mirror and you can't turn off right away.
Do you think that mirror changes who you are or just how you show yourself?
I think it can change you. Slowly, not in a you're a different person way, more like it shapes what you notice. If you start noticing what's shareable, you might stop noticing what's private and meaningful.
That makes me think of moments that are truly small, like sitting on a bus and noticing someone's perfume, or hearing a song from a shop, or looking at a tree. Those things don't translate well.
They don't. They're too quiet and they're not impressive.
But they're often the moments that make a day feel real.
Yes, and those moments can feel almost threatened sometimes by the urge to capture them. Like if you take out your phone, the moment changes.
It's like you step out of the moment to prove it happened.
Exactly. And sometimes I think, why do I need proof?
That question can feel uncomfortable.
It can, because part of the answer is I want to be seen, not just by people, but by the world. Like, I'm here, my life is happening.
That's very human. It's not shallow, it's just a hunger for recognition.
Yeah, and there's also something else, memory. Like, I'm afraid I'll forget my own life if I don't document it.
I felt that, especially with travel. I'll think, if I don't take a photo, this won't be real later.
But then you look at the photo and it's flat.
Flat, yes. It's a rectangle that can't hold the smell or the temperature or the feeling in your chest.
Sometimes I look at old photos and I remember the anxiety more than the joy, because I remember taking the photo at the wrong moment.
Like you remember the act of capturing more than the thing itself.
Exactly.
I've been thinking about this idea of being watched, even when you're not. And I wonder if it makes people cautious with their own honesty.
Like self-protection.
Yeah, because once something's out there, it doesn't fully belong to you anymore. People can interpret it, share it, use it to build a story about you.
That's such a big part of it, and it's not paranoia, it's just reality. People love stories.
And stories are simple. They want clear characters.
Which is hard because real people are not clear characters. We're contradictory. We change our minds, we say something today and feel differently next month.
And online, changing your mind can look like a problem.
Yeah, like inconsistency. But in real life, it's just being alive.
There's also something about tone. I'm very different in a text post than I am in person. Not because I'm fake, but because the medium brings out different parts.
Totally. In person, you have little signals, your face, your pauses, your softness. Online, you can sound sharp without meaning to.
Or you can sound confident without being confident.
And then people react to that confident version, and you have to carry it.
It's like you accidentally put on a suit and then everyone expects you to wear the suit forever.
I love that image. And you're like, I just needed something clean today.
Exactly.
Do you think it's possible to be fully real online? Or is it always going to be partial?
I don't think fully is possible, not because people are dishonest, but because being fully real would mean showing everything. Confusion, boredom, tenderness, the awkward parts, the private parts. And some of those things belong in a smaller room.
A smaller room. That's beautiful.
Like a kitchen conversation or a walk with one friend. Those moments need safety.
And the internet isn't always safe in that way.
It's not built for gentleness.
That's such a simple sentence, but it hits. It's not built for gentleness.
And I don't mean it's evil, just that design rewards certain energy, quick reactions, strong opinions, clear images.
It rewards certainty.
Yes, and real life is rarely certain.
I think about how often people speak in headlines now, even in conversations.
Like they're writing a caption out loud.
Exactly. And it's not their fault. It's just the language that surrounds us.
Do you notice it in yourself?
Sometimes. And then I feel a little sad, honestly, because I love slow talk. I love when someone takes a moment and says, I'm not sure how to say this. That's one of the most human phrases.
I'm not sure how to say this. Yes, that's the doorway to something real. Online, it can look weak, or it can get misunderstood, or people scroll past it. In person, it invites tenderness.
Exactly.
But I also want to say I've seen real moments online, not the dramatic ones, the quiet ones. Someone sharing something small and not trying to turn it into a brand.
Yes, like a simple photo of their messy desk with a little comment like, "Today's one of those days." No big speech, just a hand reaching out.
And it makes you feel less alone.
It does, and that's the part I don't want to lose, because for all the weirdness, it can connect people.
It can, especially when you're far from home, or when your friends are busy, or when you're in a new city. Sometimes a small message online is the only thread you have that day.
That's so true. I've had nights where I couldn't sleep, and I'd see someone post something ordinary, like they're making soup, and I'd feel calmer, like, okay, life is still happening somewhere.
Soup as emotional support.
Exactly. A bowl of soup saving the world quietly.
That's actually comforting.
But then there's a question of intention. Like when I post something quiet, am I doing it for connection? Or am I trying to maintain my image as the kind of person who posts quiet things?
That's the trap. Even the attempts to be real can become a style.
Yes, and then you're like, great, now I'm performing being unperformative.
Performing effortlessness, which is exhausting.
Exhausting.
I think the most real thing might be the way you feel when you're posting, not what you post.
Say more.
Like, if I post from a place of tension, wanting approval, fearing judgment, I can feel it in my body. And if I post from a relaxed place, like sharing something with a friend, I also feel that. The content could look similar, but the inside is different.
That's so interesting because it turns it into a body question, not a moral one.
Exactly. It's less about good or bad and more about what is this doing to me right now.
I love that because I don't like the idea of judging ourselves for wanting to be seen. That's just part of being human.
And sometimes you genuinely want to share something beautiful, not to impress, but because you're moved.
Yes, like when you hear a song and you want someone else to hear it too.
Or when you find a small bakery and you want your friend in another country to feel like they're walking with you.
That's actually a sweet way to describe it. Like you're offering someone a window.
Exactly. Not a spotlight, a window.
A window feels softer.
And maybe that's the difference. Spotlight versus window.
I like that a lot. And I think when I'm craving a spotlight, it's usually because something in me feels unseen in real life.
That's such gentle self-awareness.
It doesn't always feel gentle in the moment. Sometimes it's like, why am I refreshing the page like a raccoon looking for crumbs?
A raccoon.
Tell me you don't understand that feeling.
I do. I really do. The little greedy part of the brain that wants a tiny sign, yes, you exist.
Exactly. And then you get the sign, and it's not quite enough.
Because it's not the same as being held.
Yeah.
Being held is slow, it's a voice, it's time. It's someone noticing you in a specific way.
It's someone knowing your context.
Yes, knowing what your silence means, knowing your history.
I think that's why I've become more protective of certain parts of my life. Not secretive, just careful.
Like choosing where certain truths belong.
Yes, some truths feel like they need a room with a door you can close.
That sounds like peace.
It does. And it's funny because it doesn't mean disappearing. It just means being intentional about the rooms.
I like that. Different rooms for different parts of you.
And some rooms are just for you.
The hardest room to keep sometimes.
Yeah, especially when the phone is right there, like an open door to the crowd.
And the crowd is always awake.
Always awake, always ready to see.
And yet, sometimes it's nice to know someone is there, even if it's just one person.
Yeah, I think that's where I land most days. Wanting connection, but not wanting to turn myself into something.
Wanting to be known, but not wanting to be packaged.
Exactly. And maybe that balance shifts depending on the day.
Depending on how tired you are, or how lonely, or how full your life feels offline.
Yeah. On days when I've had real conversations, I don't really want to post anything. I'm already satisfied.
And on days when everything feels quiet, the screen starts to look like a window again.
Or like soup.
Or like soup. Quiet, warm, imperfect soup.
Thanks for spending this time with us.
We really enjoyed having you here and sharing this conversation.
Keep listening
And we'll see you soon.
here at English Coffee House.